Hello everyone, welcome back to another Man Manga Boy manga reading log. I read 12 volumes today, can you believe it? And not just any 12, as you probably saw from the title thumbnail thing. Alright, so to start off, I read World's Finest Assassin got reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Yep, this is shocking, but it is in fact another isekai by Yen Press. Yen Press has been I thought this was Seven Seas' area of expertise. No. Yen Press has been blowing them out of the water. So, it's pretty interesting manga. We have, the main character who's reborn as this little baby. He's this grumpy old man you see in the page 1 here. He's an assassin with no feelings. His country takes him down, and then this goddess is like, listen, the hero, he's great and all, but he's going to kill us all. So you need to kill him after he kills the demon lord, and then he won't kill us all. And he's like, okay. And she's like, listen, you get to even pick your own skills. I'm going to get you born into the assassin family, but there can only be one hero at a time, and that's not you. And so the hero can go past his limits, but you can't. That's why you have to assassinate him. So, this kid, he's training to become the greatest assassin again. He's got all of his knowledge and everything like that from the past in his current body, his memories, his knowledge and his memories. So that's pretty useful. He's also born into a bunch of nobles that are assassins and really good, that even have this like eye surgery thing. That's why his eye is like cool like that. So he really has a huge upper hand here. On top of that, because he is killing it so good with his old memories as being an assassin, he's seen as a prodigy in this one as well. Which, of course, don't mess with this guy. So I like it so far. I recommend it if you guys are into isekais. I, of course, don't recommend it if you don't like isekais. It is pretty interesting to know, though, that the hero is already overpowered before it even started. And that he's not even technically the hero. He's going to kill the hero. So that is pretty cool. But you know me, I'm kind of a sucker at that kind of thing. Billy Bat. I read volume 1 through 4. Billy Bat is a lot different than I thought. So Billy Bat goes through history, different time periods, and how Billy the Bat kind of changed the world. This main character here, he thought he was the original creator of Billy Bat, but no, he actually, Billy Bat came to him and, made him write about Billy Bat. So everything that he writes about comes true, and he's starting to realize that other people actually have the ability to draw from Billy Bat too. But there's a few different Billy Bats. There's a dark, a light, and then apparently a third one. And so it's kind of interesting to go through it and see what's going on, but I still don't know what's going on. We start off, it looks like it's post-World War II. Things are, kind of resolving from that Japanese and the Americans have kind of taken over Japan, that kind of a thing. This volume here shows us, what's the word for it? It's like the times of apartheid, I think that's what it's called. I can't remember. I haven't been to history class in over 10, 15 years, guys, okay? So, this white guy's getting married to this African-American woman, and then that's, not allowed, and so he, bitches out and doesn't marry her, and then he's like, no, I made a mistake, I wanted to marry her, and so we're following the taxi driver take the groom to be through to find his wife, and Billy Bat helps direct him. He's like his GPS. He's pretty cool like that. We also find out a little bit about Jesus of Nazareth and Judas, and how Billy Bat played as a role there, and Billy Bat really is just all over the place. And then we also start off the story next about, it's way back in the era of ninjas, and how Billy Bat led a clan to kind of kill them, implode, because they're all after the scroll of Billy Bat. And the scroll, if, you get it, Billy Bat will tell you how to rule the world. That's, kind of Billy's thing. He tempts you into drawing the future, so that way he can manipulate you into drawing the future. But when he does that, he's making it kind of go into a way that he wants. At least that's what I'm understanding so far, so he's manipulating it in his favor. I'm not 100% clear on what is entirely going on. I did only read 4. You can see now we're into Billy Bat land here. See, welcome to Billy Land. Everybody thinks Kevin, Kevin, I think his name's Kevin Yagamata. I can't remember. He's not in it so much, so Kevin is after, getting out of the Billy game. But this guy, Harvey Lee Oswald, the guy who kills JFK, he's dressed up as Billy Bat in Billy Land, and he's like the mascot. So Fujiyama. No, that's not right. That's just the publisher. Anyway, so Kevin, I feel like it's Yamamoto or Yama something, I feel like. Anyways, so they have to find Kevin and get Kevin to stop Harvey Lee Oswald from causing all this destruction. We have all these little incidents in the past that Billy has kind of made them predict. But this guy who's Walt Disney is pretty much saying like that he's the original creator and Kevin is, a phony. He also has Billy Land. And so Billy Land is just Disney World. It's in Orlando, Florida. And on top of it, like, he, what's the word? He's got a statue. The guy who is the owner of it, Chuck something or another, looks exactly, well, maybe not exactly, but he looks a lot like Walt Disney, at least from what I've seen pictures of Walt Disney, because I think Walt Disney died before I was born. I don't remember. It's not in me to remember dates of people's deaths or births, truthfully. Just don't ask my girlfriend, to ask me what... Don't ask my girlfriend to ask me when her birthday is just on this program. Okay, guys? Don't ask that. Don't antagonize, please. No. We don't want that. Anyways, Billy Bat's really good. I am pretty into it. I didn't expect it to be this historic dive through history. Not just even American history, but world history. And so that's a piece of information that I'm kind of glad I didn't know going in, but at the same time, I wish I had known because I thought it was a mystery. And so it is, I suppose, still a mystery. It just is kind of like a historical mystery. And so he goes through all these different decades, and I have a feeling we're not even done with that yet, but I'm very interested to see where it goes and how it keeps going. Mashel, Magic, and Muscles. I was hoping that this was just One Punch Man, but with magic. It really isn't, which is fine. It still is really funny. Mashel, or Mash, is hilarious. He, is very similar to Saitama. He can just totally punch anything. This guy casts a spell at him, and he just smacks the spells away. And the guy casts the same spell again, but bigger. And what does he do? He smacks it away. I'm trying to find you guys this nice little funny page of it. Right here. See, he smacks it away. The guy below him, he's like, what? And so he powers up. He does it again. He smacks it away. He's like, are you for real? So he shoots him off rapid fire. He makes it volleyball. It's a volleyball joke. He's like, this guy... not even take me fucking seriously right now. He's just playing around with like these crazy powerful spells like it's a joke. And Mashel can't use magic, and so he gets sent to Hogwarts. Like it's Hogwarts, okay? It's Hogwarts. It just is. I am surprised we could even get this over here, considering how strict we are with copyright. But they even play Quidditch. Mash throws his broom, and he gets a record because he jumps on the broom as he's throwing it. And so it makes it look like he's the fastest broom rider in the world. So they recruit him to the Quidditch Cup. The main headmaster is just Dumbledore. He just is. But you can see them flying around on the brooms that it is totally just Quidditch. We also get into see how people are a little bit jealous of Mash and what these lines on their faces mean. So one line means that they're like level 1, but 2 lines mean that they're very gifted at magic. Essentially level 2. Call them a 2-liner. I really don't think that this is much like Saitama. It is kind of just like an isekai Harry Potter world. Because, he's not One Punch Man where he's looking for anything. He's just trying to save like his dad. He's not looking to be the strongest in the world. He's just trying to get by and eat his cream puffs. That's all he wants. That in and of itself is a pretty good concept. But I just really feel like people made it seem like it was One Punch Man, or at least, you know, the advertisement that I've seen for this series makes it seem like it's very much One Punch Man-esque. It really is not One Punch Man. It's more like Harry Potter Isekai, except, you know, he wasn't Isekai. He was just born in this world, and he's worked out every day, so he's OPAF. If you want to take another example, it's a comedic Black Clover for the most part. The magic is very interesting. One of the biggest things that I hated about Harry Potter is how uninteresting the magic is. This magic system is quite interesting, and it seems like there's another person who also can't use magic. And he's kind of doing like the Legend of Korra thing where he Amons, you know, he's like Amon, and so he's like Amoning people. If you guys watch Legend of Korra, then you know what that means. About, you know, in terms of bending versus non-bending. We also get to see his friends that he slowly recruits over time, and all this different magic that other dorm rooms have. So there's 3 main dorms. There's I think it was a raven, a lion, and an owl, or something like that. And so Mash isn't the weakest one, of course. You know, he's the red Slifers, and he's got to go against the blue obelisk at some point in his life. That's the easiest way I can explain it, since I'm not super adept with my Harry Potter language. I'm not going to show you guys any pages of this book, because this book is saucy. Oh my goodness. So Raw Hero number 5, Parental Advisory indeed. This is going to be the last Raw Hero until... next volume is going to be the last Raw Hero. I said it all wrong. And so that way, I'll be all done. I'll be all read. This has been a really good series so far. I really like it. There are a ton of comedic moments in this volume. A ton of very, what's the word for it? Vulgar sexual encounters. This is like, sometimes it even gets to the cringe level, which is, you know, I can't stop reading it. I just can't. I read these in maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I just fly through these, and they're not thin, you know. They're not the thickest book, but they are not thin, you know. They are certainly a read. Everything by this author right here, Akira Hiramoto, I love. It's so, I wish I could put it into a way that makes sense, but it is so funny, and the comedy is like you know what's happening is no good, and like you just have to keep watching this and be like, are they really gonna go there? And they go there. They go there so hard. And oh man, I can't wait for the ending here. I can't wait for Akira Hiramoto's next work, you know, to come to English, because mastermind. Lastly, we've got Fire Punch 1 through 3. I finally got Fire Punch into my reading log. Fire Punch is by the same author as Chainsaw Man. The concept is this guy on the cover here, he lives forever, and he gets somebody's flames on him. The flames never burn out until the person's dead, but he regenerates so fast that he doesn't die by the flames, but he also can't put the flames out. So he's constantly on fire and constantly burning, and he feels it all. There's also been this huge blizzard, right? And so in the blizzard, it was supposedly caused by somebody called the Blessed. So our main character, Agni, he's technically a Blessed because he can, you know, regenerate. The person who put the flames on him is a Blessed because they can make fire. So obviously, think X-Men, okay? The X-Men are the characters, you know, the mutants that have special powers. They're Blessed. And in the regular world, the regular humans are just regular humans. And so they're in this huge blizzard, this huge ice age, which is supposedly caused by the Ice Queen. However, some people think that it's just that they're in an ice age. Some of these Blessed will live for 600, 800 years. Some of these Blessed will just live for 20 years because they can't live throughout this, you know, kind of environment. So it's also set in the future, we find out eventually on. It's like the 25th century or something like that. And although the time period doesn't truly matter because they are all set back from this winter wonderland, it is interesting of a setting to know that it is in the future. It also has some very interesting characters that make very relevant pop culture references to movies such as the X-Men and others. So that's really cool too. But I really have been enjoying this series. I like it more than Chainsaw Man, I would say. Chainsaw Man is good, but it's too random. This is very structured. The story is also still very brutal, even though it is structured. I definitely recommend checking it out. I mean, it is a read, and it is wild how brutal people can be. So very shocking images. I can see why it's got the parental advisory on it for sure. It makes total sense. I mean, people eating people to live and things like that. It just, everything you've seen here is just completely brutal and not carnage, but like, just wild. Anyways, that is what I read this week. And I hope to see you guys back next week for another reading log. I'm going to be honest though, Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out and it's downloading patches in my room right now. I might just read that the whole time. I might just be, doing that. I might be playing Pokemon this week. It's going to be a really brutal week to read manga, so I'm going to try my best, but it might have to be next week that I do another manga reading log. But hopefully, I got a lot of nice manga in recently, so hopefully I can get something read, At least 10 volumes is my bare minimum mark. I always like to read 12 normally, but I mean, SMT 5 and Pokemon, what's a boy to do, Anyways, don't forget, everybody, that we do have the holiday sale starting November 28th for Right Stuff. So if you are interested in Right Stuff's holiday sale, make sure you're saving. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time for another reading log. And later this week for Manga Haul. Bye.